Minneapolis residents aren't backing down. Despite the threat of violence, many are still trailing immigration enforcement officers and warning others about them. Joining us, Minneapolis resident and organizer with Defend the 612, Andrew Fallstorm. Defend the 612 is a grassroots group formed after federal agents deployed in the area last month. Andrew, thank you for joining us.
Good to be here.
A lot of people might look at what you guys are continuing to do and worry for your safety and wonder to themselves whether they would want to be in your position and to be out there continuing to protest, especially what happened to your neighbor, Renee Good. Tell me why you've made the decision to continue following ICE and alerting others.
The beauty of this work that tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people in Minneapolis are doing right now is that we're doing it together. And so there's so many ways in that people participate. There are people delivering food for our residents who are terrified and stuck at home. There are people bringing and giving rides so that kids can continue to go to school. And there are people out on the street corners, especially around school start and school end, and people doing the thing that a federal judge just affirmed is something that's completely protected, which is observing these masked agents that are driving through our neighborhoods in caravans of snatch squads and blowing the whistle on them when they are trying to do something in secret. And so what I saw after the assassination of Renee Good is Minneapolis be so clear that we are going to continue this good work in Renee's memory and according to her legacy. And it is risky in these times. It's risky everywhere. It's risky in Minneapolis, in the Twin Cities, in Minnesota, but it has been risky for a long time. And the city of Minneapolis and our people aren't strangers to risk.
What have you experienced personally?
I have seen people just trying to go to work at bus stations being taken in front of my eyes. I have seen my neighbors show up and blow the whistle and come out in numbers, and those kidnappings be paused or be less violent. I have talked with construction workers who are freezing to death, who are surrounded by ICE agents up in the building, and the community responders who came to support and eventually rescue them. I've seen pepper spray deployed directly in people's faces. I have seen flashbang grenades go off. I have seen clouds of tear gas on the streets of Minneapolis. And I have seen the amazing wisdom and courage of my neighbors rise up to meet it every single time and do everything that's within their power to protect each other.
How do you balance what you're doing with the threat that Donald Trump has made to invoke the Insurrection Act, the desire by the administration to have an image of a clash, of unruliness, of disorder and chaos in Minnesota in order to allow him to justify sending troops in? How do you balance those two things, especially as the governor and the mayor have been very forceful in their demand for people to stay peaceful and to not give the administration any reason to go in? Don't take the bait, they keep saying.
Yeah, I don't see any bait to take. Right now, people are out filming officers, supposed officers. They don't identify themselves and their faces are masked up on the streets. They are observing from safe distances. This is a president who's going to threaten to send the military to Greenland, to Venezuela, and has already deployed a massive, unprecedented force to the streets of Minneapolis. We are living daily within a civil conflict. And what I see day in and day out is people peacefully on the streets, protecting their neighbors, delivering groceries, blowing whistles in the face of an already massive force, in the face of tear gas, pepper spray. And on the north side of Minneapolis last week, the Jackson family car full of 6 kids in the car, had a flashbang grenade thrown under their car. Their entire car was tear gassed, and their 6-month-old baby stopped breathing.
Yeah.
These are the conditions. This is the level of lawlessness that we're dealing with every single day that remains unchecked. That is where the attention and the focus needs to lie.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that video and we've heard the story from the family about those kids and that poor baby, which thankfully is okay now. I can hear the heaviness in your voice. How are you doing?
These past 49 days have been terrifying. These past 49 days have been completely awe-inspiring. I have never seen more people in this city be aligned and be working together in unison. I have never seen so many people come out to care for each other and move based on love. I have never seen this amount of courage and bravery from neighbors. There is not a single person that I know or that any of my people know who's not acting right now in Minneapolis, in the Twin Cities, and beyond. So we are clear that we're under occupation. We don't know how long it's going to take. It is immensely difficult, and we are so grateful for everyone across the country that continues to witness and observe and support. It's difficult. We lived through 2020 and the assassination of George Floyd. We're not strangers to immediate lies coming out about what a thing is or isn't. And we are as clear as we can be every day in our action so that we know we can go to bed knowing that we have done everything that we could today to look out for our community.
Yeah, but at least with George Floyd, there was an investigation and then a public trial. Andrew Falstrom, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I know I can hear it again. I can hear it in your voice, and I know it must be difficult. So I appreciate your time and coming on and sharing with us what you've experienced.
Yeah. Thanks so much for telling the story for all of my neighbors and the neighbors who can't tell it right now.